Hello and welcome back to the ranch. It's time to put plastic on this high tunnel. You may see some familiar faces here. This is the California Hunters. They've been on the channel before, so very happy and thankful to have their help today. Jeff is helping a harvest host. Michelle and a couple other people are also coming out, but we're gonna go ahead and get this pulled, get the wiggle wire back on, and see if we can get a roll-up side put on. That can also happen tomorrow if it doesn't happen today. So beautiful day for this. Wind is like single digits. Wind's coming out of the south. We're on the north side. That little tiny bit of wind will actually help us. If you pull with the wind, it gets sucked into the ribs on the high tunnel. So, okay, we're unrolled. So now you gotta find an end. And then I have tennis balls. Hey, look at that, there's an end. I've got tennis balls. We're gonna wrap them up in it and tie a knot and chuck the rope over. We'll do four points. All right, so balls. 4 tennis balls, 1 on each end to middle it, offset of the center. Okay. You get it?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh wow, the tennis ball's pressurized.
Put one here, right in the corner.
Yeah, and we'll just leave the rope. We won't cut the rope or anything because I'll use it later to do the...
No, we're going to use it to toss over though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, once you get tennis ball tied in, then chuck it over.
Anything you can shoot better than you get.
Did you get yours over, Bob?
Yeah, the first one's over.
Okay.
Stand here in case you come to this one.
Not quite, but almost. I gotta get this rope all the way over to there.
I think you're right. All right, let me get this on film.
I'm moving the camera. Okay, attempt number 2. We have 2 of the 4 are over. So down there, need it over there. Close, but not quite what we're looking for.
Got it over, but on film. This will go up and over. Oh my goodness, check it out.
Look at that, that'll work. That's an easy fix. Waiting on you, Ron.
Done. Where are you done? Waiting on
I mean, this is my mess that Ron's fixing, so. That'll work. That one's a lot easier to get through. Okay, so here's how this is gonna work. These guys are gonna pull from this side, although we're gonna wait till this wind. Let's wait just a minute for the wind. We're gonna try and pull in between like gusts. I'm gonna put you guys over here on this side. Why is it windy now? Oh yeah, we got like dirt blowing around and everything. Okay, so we're gonna give this just a second. I'm gonna go on the other side. It's kind of folded, the plastic is, and so I'm gonna go stand over here, and if it gets hung up or anything and isn't like unfolding, I'm gonna deal with that. So yeah, as you can see, folded. Okay. We're gonna wait 1 minute or so. Okay, we're going. Okay, you guys get yours all the way down to the, we gotta go about another foot your way, Bob.
1 foot?
Yep. A little more. Okay, let's check for alignment there. Okay, we got bales over here to throw on it. How we doing? Oh shoot, I didn't turn off the water, did I?
No, it's all right.
Sorry. I can get it turned off. Jeff is up there putting the first section of wiggle wire in. We want some overhang. It's important to get this as square as possible, although it's obviously like moving. What do you need? Do you need up and over the hoop? You need over the hoop? Okay. If you can get some of that wiggle wire in, then when we move the ladder, we can pull a little more. So he's starting from the center of the wiggle wire, so kind of working like 4 feet on each side. This is what it looks like right now on the inside. So that side is moving a little more than I would care for. We are trying to get that center seam lined up. We're pretty dang close. So now we're gonna come down to this end, pull the slack out from this side, and get some wiggle wire in. We're not bad, guys.
I don't think so. We need more?
Oh yeah, no, we got a big balloon. Yeah, hold on, wait till the wind goes down. It is help? Okay, pull. Look how much ballooning we have. Like, and granted the sides aren't secured, that's part of it. Rob's gonna help untangle our wiggle wire because it's all tangled together. We've got as much slack out, well these guys did it, as much slack out as possible. It looks really good. So first strip of wiggle wire is going in, and then we'll actually go ahead and do one more on each side right now also. Center seam looks great. There might be just a little bit of play, but the sides aren't secured. So it's just one 4-foot piece of wiggle wire holding in on that end right now. This half of this side's done except for this very small piece, and we'll put that in later when we get closer to done.
Yeah, go. Mr. Wiggle Wire with the glove.
Jeff's got a comment section. Do you need it moved at all, Jeff?
Not yet.
Okay.
Oh, you mean the tarp?
Yeah, are there any?
I wasn't even looking at the tarp. I'm just saying. Yeah, it could.
They could come this way, just
stand
a tug.
Diagonal. North. Real hard. There you go. I heard it, man.
Yeah, you can see it too. It looks good.
Watch your eyes. I'm going for broke.
You're not gonna hit him. He's got 2. He only needs 1.
Oh, I got so. Oh, My boots weigh more than you, Jeff.
Okay, we'll need,
I'm really. You're gonna need almost the whole one on this one, Jeff, coming down? No. No? Yeah. It'll just be a partial.
oh, it looks actually, we must not have got that center one very center.
It goes all the way down to the ground, right?
No, it goes to the,
No, it's just a short one.
we'll finish that later. Well, actually, let's throw that other one in that we have over here.
The one on the fence right there?
Yeah.
Yep, right there.
But leave about a foot, Jeff.
Overlap it a foot?
Nope, don't leave it hanging. Yep,
Oh, leave it hanging.
leave it hanging. Nobody poke their eye out, please. Should we go get a pair of pliers to put the very ends are super hard to get in.
Okay, I'm gonna hold on to this end. Alright, so it doesn't go flapping in your eyes or mine. Alright? Want to switch ends? Maybe that one's strong a little bit. That combination of over. There's enough room in the channel for the two wires. Excuse me.
Was that a cough or a sneeze?
Cough.
Okay.
Oh no, you're fine. Don't worry about it. One more try. I got the light if you want to go.
Okay.
Can you see it from there? I got you. You want to leave it hanging right there or more?
Leave it right there for now. Okay, let's do the other end. Get that 2 more strips of wiggle wire in, and then we can start on sides. Okay, so the last of this end is getting done right now. I just helped get this side going. So we've got the center kind of done in this, and then we're just working out like symmetrically, and then we'll pull on the other side to tighten this up and get any wrinkles out. But just kind of making sure we're staying like squared up and working out these wrinkles as we go. So we're just gonna put a whole bunch of wiggle wire right in now. If you watched the previous video when we took this off, we're just gonna do the opposite. So, you know, I unwiggled wired, now I'm gonna wiggle wire.
Okay.
So as they spread out and get this done, we're gonna come back to center and start doing the bottom channel. Okay, we have got most of this side done. Now we're gonna work on pulling some of the slack out from this side. Okay, so center is 9 hoops in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. We need to try and we're just gonna work from this one point.
We had it started, and then we were told to take it.
We gotta pull.
Okay.
So we gotta try and get as much slack out as we can. So if we can put a couple people, grab onto it, and then pull this center, go underneath it. Yep, exactly. I don't want it so tight that there's no movement. It needs to move a little bit, but if you can pull any slack out.
Right about there?
Yeah, let's go with that. And then watch your eyes.
I got safety glasses in my pocket.
Tuck your head.
Protected now. Kind of hard, yeah.
So kind of the important thing is now we're tight there. So we're gonna keep tightening as we go, and then we're gonna pull kind of at a diagonal here because we'll get some wrinkles happening up here as we move towards the corner. So I'm gonna put the camera down and I'm gonna help everybody and see how much, we'll get all the wiggle wire in, but then we've also got these roll up sides. I don't know that we'll get them done tonight, but we're gonna see what we can do. Half of this, the top channel's done. Bob's finishing up the bottom. They're working down there to get towards the end. Roll up side is going on over here. So trying to make this straight if possible. Oh, we do. Oh yeah, we're gonna tape that. Perfect.
Yeah. Make sure you follow the same line all the way down.
Yep.
Yeah, just so that that top doesn't go in. Fine. You're gonna tape all these fucking.
So my battery died. And so I'm actually charging right now, so I don't have a microphone, but it's real quiet. The gator's over here. Ooh, yeah, I can't see that at all. So the fan just kicked on. We've got 2 roll-up sides on both sides. It's not as straight as I would like it. We got a little bit of tweaking to do tomorrow, which is fine. Just a few adjustments. And then I have to put the billow rope on still, which keeps the roll-up side from like blowing out. So wind is supposed to be calm overnight. At least having the roll-up side like pipe attached gives some weight to that plastic, and we should be okay overnight. And then tomorrow, it's not supposed to be horribly windy, but windier than it is tonight, so we can adjust a little bit and get the billow rope. I can't mess with the roll-up side clamping spacing with the billow rope on because I can't. It holds it against the baseboard down there. So we're done for tonight, but it's on. It looks really good. I'm super happy. So thank you to all my helpers tonight. Went really well. So yeah, just a few more things to do, but lots of progress made. Plastic is back on the high tunnel. Ready?
Yep.
It's daylight again, day 2 of high tunnel plastic project. We just got all of the eye bolts tightened up, so that part is done. This roll-up side, little wonky, so we're gonna fix that. Jeff already this morning made some adjustments on the south side on the roll-up side. So not super like critical that I have this like perfectly straight, but the straighter it can be, actually, like the more I can open it. So what's happening is down here at the end, it's like kicking up. So we need to roll it down, adjust the clamp on the pipe, and then we can hopefully get it to be just a bit more even. Because what will happen is, like, I only have so much space that I can roll this up in. And if this ends up being really unlevel, then, you know, the bar on that side is going to end up being midway up, and this is going to end up being all the way up, and I'm going to lose like a whole lot of ventilation options. So, and then we also need to like trim all this overhang. All of that's got to get trimmed today too. This front side kind of dips down too, but that's actually just kind of how the high tunnel is built. It's level, but it kind of does dip down here. So that I'm not going to be able to really do anything about. We adjusted it as much as we could last night, but if I pull this up anymore, then I'm going to have a gap in the plastic. So, you know, you got to like pick your battles and do the best you can with what we're working with here. I'm gonna go close the other side so we don't have so much wind coming through. This side's looking pretty nice and straight. Again, this end of the tunnel is a little bit lower. So again, I don't know how much you guys can see on camera, but we're dipping down a little bit. But that is just how the high tunnel is built. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and trim this end off now to eliminate some of this bulkiness.
To the end of the pipe? Or?
It could go inside the pipe. The pipe can stick out. Yep, that looks good. Here, I can. Yep, and then cut out towards me for now. And then that gives me enough overhang that I can attach my clamps that are down there. We will like tuck this, but what Jeff did is he moved that clamp. And so he just gave it more slack so that it won't cinch up so tight. And we might have to go another one, but I'm gonna go roll it up and see what happens. We got a little wave in it, but it's not so bad. The kale blew over because it's lived its whole life in a windless environment. And then when we took the cover off, it blew over. I don't know. What do you think, Jeff? Good?
It looks good.
It's way straighter than it was.
Might put tighten that end up so it's, because it's sagging at the mechanism.
Yeah, that's because that end of the tunnel is lower on both sides. Yeah. And so I tried to do that last night, but then I'm having to pull the pipe up, and so then I can't have the pipe down low enough to actually get the plastic to the ground. And for wintertime, you know, I need plastic on the ground. So straight.
It's better than it did.
Yeah. Okay, so actually I'm gonna unroll it. We're gonna tuck that excess plastic like in it a little bit and then roll it up again. So right about there is where it will sit during the winter time. I think it looks good. Do a little bit of a bulge where that kale is at. Yeah, it's a little, it's not bad though. It was worse before, so I'm happy with that. All right, now we're gonna put all the billow rope on. But actually, we need to go set up the farm store because it's time to do that. Jeff is working on the billow rope on the other side, and he made quite a bit of progress while I set up the farm store. I'm gonna get started on this side. So this keeps, we do a zigzag pattern, and it keeps the roll-up sides from blowing out in the winter, because really the only thing that's holding it on is that mechanism. And I mean, the pipe's not like attached to anything, obviously, because it moves. So this is how we do this, and I'm thinking which direction I want to run my rope. So we do small sections, and I'll go up to the next top bolt, and I'll start my next section there, and I always end on the top. So when I have to replace these, because they do like wear out, and about every other year or so I have to replace this. If we have a really windy winter, then like these will just fray and stuff, and so sometimes it's an every year thing, but usually about 2 years that I can get out of the billow rope. But if you have to undo all your knots down at the bottom, and there's just eye bolts at the bottom, just like up here. It's a real pain in the butt because the dirt like blows against it and stuff. So I try and do as many knots up here so it's just easier to work with in the future. So that's what I'm going to do next. It shouldn't take very long, and then I think just trimming, and then this is like done. This is the same rope that we used last night to pull the cover. Oh yeah, and I have to find my eye bolts because they're buried. Super fun. Which rafter are they on? There it is. Okay, I might have to go find a shovel. Yeah, this is why I don't tie knots at the bottom. I don't know where my razor knife is. It's probably in my house. So I have a garden knife. I want to get as much of the stretch out of these as I can. I left way more slack than I needed to, but that's all right. We should have plenty. Okay, I will trim this off because this will just whip around in the wintertime and we don't need that. Okay, that's one section done. I'm going to start here and go up 2 more eye bolts. Man, these are buried. There it is. It's real like blindy because the sun reflects off the plastic. This knife is not sharp. Okay, I'm just gonna go do a whole bunch more of that and get this side all done. This is the rope that I'm using. So I think we have 600 feet, 72-foot long tunnel, but I think we'll use right around the 600 feet, maybe not quite all of it. And I do the 120-pound polypropylene. It works pretty well. Like I said, a couple seasons out of it, then it does have to be replaced. That's a wrap on this project. It's done. Jeff trimmed while I finished doing the billow rope. Got everything picked up for the most part. We're gonna move the hay bales into the shed so that they don't get rained on because it's supposed to rain on Saturday, which is great. Ladders need picked up, but otherwise, yeah, this project's done. So I'm super happy with how it turned out. I think that I've done several covers since I've had high tunnels. But since I switched to this plastic, like I've never had this plastic fail on me. It's just kind of like worn out. And so I don't even really remember what year we did that one. Oh gosh. It's been several years. I want to say it's been almost like 6 years probably since that cover was put on. So this 11.2 mil woven plastic works great for these conditions in Wyoming. So yeah, but I'm super happy with it. It's pretty gosh dang straight. I can show you on the inside so you can see the seam marks and stuff. It's tight. There's not much like dipping between the ribs. That's kind of how you tell if it's tight. It is warm today. I'm hot standing next to this thing. So it is gonna kind of relax just a little bit. And then we did kind of have some wiggle wire on this top pop out, but we did catch that. Just one side of the wiggle wire popped out, but probably because it got cold at nighttime, it maybe contracted. So some heat today to help it kind of relax and settle in that wiggle wire to all like move around. It won't really move around, but it'll settle into those U channels and stuff. That'll be great. So yeah, everybody worked really well together last night. Didn't have any major problems. Wind was on our side. That was helpful. So yeah, I'm super glad. Oh, now it's gonna get breezy, but that's fine. It's done. Nothing's blown away. So I think we did it right. Let me go show you the inside, what it looks like, so you can see how straight it is. There is, there's seams on the plastic. I've never had a seam fail or anything, so that's good. But yeah, it sits right above there. The center seam, it's not perfect. Like it's maybe a little tiny bit off, but like not much. And then one more seam over there. And yeah, and so we got just a tiny bit of wind right now. So you want it to billow, you want it to lift itself up off the ribs and everything when the wind blows and stuff, but then it's not sinking down in when it's not blowing. So it looks great. Next summer I'm gonna have to redo that high tunnel cover also, but I'm glad to have gotten this one done before the weather turned cold on us. It is starting to cool off. Our days are still really nice this week, but there is some cooler weather coming, moisture this weekend. I think 34 for a low, so not quite freezing, but we're getting there. So paying attention to the weather, getting all the things done. Once the weather kind of is gonna stay cold, blow out all the water lines, do all the winter prep things. So yeah, this was a big part of the winter prep list, so glad it's done. Thank you so much to everyone who came and helped me. It was really fun actually last night, and we had a great time. I did, at least, and it went well. So thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. I will see you next time.